Good evening. Let's talk about Palantir stock here. So we're at this place right now where Palantir, just being the golden child of the stock market last year, has now found this place of really it's upside down. It's for all the right reasons and wrong reasons. We're at this place right now. If you're a Palantir bull, you're looking at these numbers, you're going, this is fantastic. I'm buying the stock now at 130 when they're closer to $2 billion quarterlies in expectation for the rest of this year, and even pushing this into a 2030 conversation. This is a stock that I fully believe in. I believe everything's right that's here right now, and growth will continue 100%. So right now, this 130, there is probably a high majority of true investors that have been here since the 50, 20, $100 days that may be looking at this and going, I'm going to start a new position and I'm going to add on to this. And why shouldn't you? Palantir is doing better than it was last year. That's what's crazy right now. So we're at this full circle again with the stock market where everyone is paying attention to the mag, chip stocks, and data centers. It really is this full circle right now. And software stocks like Palantir mixed in with AI obviously are just not getting the right attention. But I think for a lot of investors that have been in the market for many seasons and been through these kind of cycles where the market just kind of, loses not loses, but shifts attention. Palantir right now is still, it's doing better than it ever has. Nothing's changed here. It's just it's just become even more aggressive with Palantir. So, this Q1 that we just saw with Palantir, quarterlies were phenomenal, and more than not, there's an argument that Q2 could be a $2 billion quarterly, if not Q3. If what has already been happening here continues, this will be a place where Palantir just comes out with, a $2 billion quarterly by Q3. So either way, this year is looking to where, we're going to be in some heavy earnings. Now, Palantir, yes, is still trading at incredible levels. And there is this place where people think it's going to go to $100. People think it's going to go to $50. But I just think this is a place of where Wall Street is so for Palantir right now. Anytime you hear a big investor talk about Palantir, it's this place of they're adding, they're buying. Kathy Woods just came in here 4 weeks ago and added a ton of Palantir to one of her portfolios. Look at 5 years down the road. What does this look like for Palantir? All the noise is gone. Michael Berry has moved on to another AI stock, something picking on them. This is what he does. So if you are a long-term bull on Palantir, you think this is going to a $1 to $2 trillion market cap. 3, yes, would be nice, but that's going to take a lot more. This is a place where I think while the crowd's not here, this is opportunity. This is 100% opportunity to start accumulating Palantir. And, we've seen this 120 zone be a hard anchor in Palantir. Now, if we get back to that, who knows? But it's obvious what's going on with the market right now. Just the attention span is directly on AMD, NVIDIA, and the Mac. That's what everyone's pushing into right now. And, with Trump being in China now, all the heavy hitters are over there trying to make deals. They're not just over there shaking hands. They're over there trying to make more deals for their companies. This is going to bring more attention to the Mac, 100%. But this is a place, too, of where Palantir will find deals, too, with their friends that are over there right now, even NVIDIA trying to work out something over there. I really do believe that, I think the hype will continue. It will come back up here again with Palantir. Look at 5 years from now. What are we talking about by 2030? Obviously 5 years now would be 2031, but kind of in that span, are we looking at Palantir at $1,000 stock? Has market cap completely blown past $1 trillion and getting closer to $2 trillion? Has there been, exceptional growth even before that stage to where we've seen deals just go parabolical even more than what they have? We haven't seen the true true core of where we're going right now with this software AI mixture. Where it gets even crazier. Look at Anthropic. Anthropic is just getting so much business right now, and it's not even a traded stock on the market right now until the end of the year. But that kind of tells us, if that's possible with Anthropic, and obviously it's apples and oranges right now what's going on with Palantir and Anthropic, but there's more money, there's more loot, there's more gold out there for Palantir 100%. So I do think this is a place of where pay attention to what's going on with Palantir, and if you're able just to put the money in there, walk away, think about what this looks like in 4 to 5 years. What does this look like? It could be something unbelievable. So I do think that we're going to see a continuation of deals. I do think that Trump starts working on this golden dome project. This is going to be a place where Palantir, comes up again, and this will be a heavy hitting stock down the road, more than what we've seen here. The mass will come back, and when they come back, this will be bigger than what it was 100%. So I really do think this is a place of where, for the bulls that are here, as Palantir continues to sell down, they're going to buy it up. They're going to buy it up 100%, and I would not be surprised to see Wall Street walk in here and we start to see heavy buy-ins with Palantir. I don't think the narrative is changing for what this company is going to be. I think one of the main issues that we've seen with Palantir is that the growth has been so exceptional that it's been a very turned into one of these kind of meme stocks, but it's a meme stock that's making incredible money still and growing at incredible rate. But two, being mixed in with these government contracts, they're more than just government contracts right now, and that's what 2025 showed us, that they are breaking off into these privatized sectors right now with deals, and that's where this is getting even more aggressive than what the bulls and the bears could have imagined a while back here. So yeah, it's a fantastic situation. I think everyone needs to pay attention to Palantir. There's still more than what people think's coming. It's a tongue twisting conversation, because it really is this place of, I think we're about to go into another gear with it sooner than people think, and it's going to be a place of where everyone's going to come back in here, and 160, 170 will show back up very fast. So take care.